Hey everyone, this is Kyle from the TF Review, and today we've got another look at a brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dimension X character and figure. This is the one and only Lord Dregg, the ruler of planet Insectoid. Not Insectoid, Sectoid. I got the word right there and I still said Insectoid for whatever reason. Here's the packaging. This is from Playmates Toys. It's also worth noting that this is a Walmart exclusive, meaning that this figure can only be purchased at Walmart. The packaging itself is done in the glorious brand new Dimension X style, with the turtles in their spacesuits on the side, and the Dimension X logo. Standard blister card package, but very nicely done. On the back of the packaging, we can see it's exactly like all the other ones so far. You've got the great render of Lord Dregg straight out of the TV show, as well as an awesome bio introducing you to the character of Lord Dregg. Lord Vringath Dregg is lord of all insect life in the universe. He is the most vicious alien gangster in the galaxy and has the fighting power to back it up. With a mouth full of fangs, spider hands that shoot webs, robot servants, and a battle mode that equips him with a battle mask, electro blaster, and chest rocket, Lord Dregg is one ruler that should not be tested. And his weapons of choice are insect rockets, which I would literally hate if anyone had an insect rocket and shot it at me. I would just say shoot me instead with something, with like a gun or something. I hate bugs. I have the worst bugophobia. And he doesn't have a team because he's the lord of all insect life. Every single bug is his team. At the bottom of the packaging, of course, it has all of the new Dimension X figures that you can get right now from Playmates Toys. That does it for the packaging. Let's go ahead, let's get this figure out of the packaging, and let's take a look at Lord Dregg, the one and only infamous ruler of planet Sectoid. So here we have Lord Dregg out of his packaging. And I do have to say, based on first initial appearances, he is a perfect representation of the character in the show. They did a great job with the sculpt. Basically everything I hate about bugs, he has, which I would say kudos to Playmates, because I hate bugs. And this figure, I want to say I hate this figure because I hate bugs, but actually I really enjoy this figure. He's molded in a variety of different plastics, primarily this purple plastic, but he's got a very, very glossy, translucent chest. And I want to say there's some pink molded detail inside, but even when I put it up to, super bright studio lights, it's still pretty hard to see. On the back of the figure, he's got molded wings. Unfortunately, even though it's molded to look like two wings, it is actually only one wing. That doesn't bother me so much since he is a lord after all, Lord. So I do like to kind of think of this as more as a cape. So it might be kind of flapping in the wind like that. And that doesn't bother me as much when I think of it like that, kind of like a Captain Phasma looking thing. It does get in the way of articulation when you're trying to stand him, but I'll get into that when I look into the articulation. His arms are really nicely molded. They do have a light sort of orange wash on him that gives him, again, a really kind of gross look to him. And his head sculpt is, for the most part, pretty strong, but it looks exactly like the character, and that's pretty much all it needs to really do. You also notice he's got this cute little antenna back here. I kind of dig that. Something else I really like about this figure are these arms. He has underarms. And they are on ball joints, so they do have a bit of motion, not too much, but you can get them out of the way when need be. They're on a universal ball joint, and they can move forward, but they are stuck in this kind of obtuse angle, and his hands are also stuck. There's no swivels or anything. So basically, you do get just in and out movement and rotate 360 degrees. His head can move just a little bit. You do kind of have to start wiggling it and playing with it, because it was fairly tight when I first opened it. But he does have a small, very, very limited amount of movement up there. Again, these hands, they're on ball joints, so don't expect too much, but you can get them out of the way if you need to. And for his legs, the only articulation he has are just these universal joints forward and back. and his entire legs are just molded. But his feet are fairly wide, so posing him isn't too hard. And also he's got this tail piece back here that can rotate. So in terms of articulation, he's got it where it counts. It's not super articulate, but it's exactly what you need for Lord Dregg. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't come with any weapons or anything. If he came with that insect shooter, oh my god, that would have been that would have made this one of my favorite figures of the new Dimension X line. That would have been awesome. But instead, he is just a standalone figure. Apart from that, there's not much more I can say about it. It is pretty much what you see is what you get. Great representation of the character, and he is quite a bit fun to pose. Once you finally start working around and figuring out how to pose him, he can get some really cool poses in, and I dig that a lot. Anyway, that does it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Dimension X figure reviews. I've got a ton more in the works. Be sure to check out Playmates Toys on social media at TMNT Play, as well as myself at the TF Review on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.